Digital disruption, digitalization, call it what you want. A lot of companies today are going through a sea change. Our next panel features two experts in their fields who are instrumental in facilitating the future. And they're doing this for companies both big and small, including one of the Nordic's biggest fuel retailers, OKQ8. Please welcome to the stage Rufus Lidman and Stefan Trampas.
So, great to have you here, Rufus. We have a lot of things going on together, OKQ8 and Tele2, but today we're going to talk about general in digitalization as such. But I must say, I mean, you must have the coolest title of all on stage today, Chief Disruption Officer, right?
It gets to that like that when you choose it yourself.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Before we head into digitalization, just to have a bridge over from the previous smart cities perspective, what would you say is the most common misconception about the future cities?
Yeah, the future and the misconception. First, it's the term concept, no?
Yeah.
It's every smart city concept I've seen is very much conceptualized. It's like we're living in a planned economy, social engineering with some politics and some architects doing this fantastic. This is how it should be, no? And if you look historically, if you look at how it looked like in Alexandria, Rome, in the heights of Granada and Sevilla, in later Paris and London, and even in New York, and even now, a little bit more planned economy in Singapore and Dubai, but it is usually not like that, no? It's usually an organic
evolution.
build. Yes.
Evolution.
It's an evolution, and it's scattered, and it's different needs from different people, different companies, in different times, etc. So I don't really believe in that really utopian vision of the smart city.
Just write something up and then you get it in place.
I think it's about enabling.
Yeah.
It's not about doing the architecture, the fantastic utopia of architecture dream. That might be in some dictatorships, but even the dictatorships, they live in market economy today in some hybrid norm. So that's one of the things I don't believe in the smart city. Or that I think some of the dreams will not be fulfilled. There will be other cool stuff. The other thing is the urbanization that we've seen. It's been moving to more than 50% in the world. And after post-COVID, we know the social distancing has been the number one behavioral effect now. So we also seen some indications of de-urbanization, and we know that we as people we don't talk to each other. We talk on the social media. We don't go to the shops. We go to e-com. We don't look to go to cinema. We go to Netflix. And during COVID, we already started working on distance and actually going to school on distance with EdTech. Like 78% of the world's schools were shut down. So I think that is also a possible way of the smart cities de-urbanizing and becoming something in Cannes Commune and other, even on the farmers' lands.
And personally, I would actually like that kind of a development, definitely. And linked to digitalization. But then, talking about yourself, I mean, today you were at as we heard here, OKQ8, one of the biggest fuel retailers in known for fuel, but you have more than that in your portfolio.
Yes.
What is your work about, and how does mobility come into play in regards to that?
It's a big question. The work is my work is being the one helping out to enable the rest of the business in our division and the rest of the business for making these. We have been out and actually being part for 100 years of killing Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And now we're on the fantastic move to going from fossil revenue to digital revenue and other revenue, and being able to, at the end of that, in the future state, being able to actually contributing to saving Mother Earth. So that's at least why I'm here. And that's a big job, no? We had the core value before, core asset before was oil. Today it's retail, and I'm 100% sure it will be data tomorrow. And we have a big We've been on that road for some time now, and it's actually been gone very, very fast. I've been here for 2-3 years since COVID, and since then, at that time, it was scattered plot of systems with on-prem systems, and today there are only cloud platforms and Mac architecture, composable architecture. We have all the setting needed with a data mesh strategy, etc. We have the network as a service. So we're all set for doing good stuff. We are the second biggest HPC network in Sweden after Tesla. We are doing, and all these things, we had 7 apps. We have 1 Omni app now, and what I'm doing is the innovation hub. We have 53 conceptualized products. Of those, 68% are within AI. And like 10 or 12% is within emerging technologies like blockchain and augmented reality. And of course, a lot of that is within IoT. So there's a lot going on also for the future. Yes.
And I really like this perspective on how you can contribute to society. It resonates well with the purpose of Tele2, enabling a society of unlimited possibilities. And you're talking about a lot of digitalization. There's lots of things happening there. But I mean, there is also some challenges in that, of course, when talking about all of these things. Do you have, or can you share some, common? Do you have common challenges in regards to, any business, basically, or do you have specific ones also for your company? Could you share a little bit on the challenges perspective?
I don't know. The challenges mostly they are not external. We are not threatened by usually when you're in disruptive markets, it's not the giants that disrupt themselves. They are being disrupted by substitutes. No, so I'm the biggest contributions to the market right now is not from colleagues.
Yeah.
It's actually from startups or scale ups. And some of them we're buying. If you can't build, you buy. So I think the challenges are not external for us. It's internal, of course. It's a company that has been...
Employees or competence or...
Yes. And the history, when you've been doing one thing for 100 years, you don't pivot like this in one day, but I'm impressed how fast it's going right now. So I think, because there's always this question, disrupting yourself, no? And everybody's talking about Kodak on one hand, and in Sweden, Facit, no? Yeah. But then there are others like Twitter and Netflix that were doing CDs before, and then there were Nokia that became the biggest, went from tires and Wellingtons to the biggest mobile phone in the world until Steve Jobs knocked them down in the second round. But it is possible to disrupt yourself, and we're actually on the move for that, and it's fantastic.
And how important is the governance, the organization, management in regards to this? I mean, you are, of course, you are already sold on it, but is this something that you drive on a wide perspective from company management?
I should give you a political answer there, but the politically correct answer. But when it comes from change management in general, my experience, I've been working in 100 companies in 25 countries. My experience is not to, for a very long time, I have been trying to convince the ones that don't believe in the things, the vision, etc. And especially in Sweden, it is more easily in Singapore or in America. But we need this consensus, and we're doing all this about motivating, etc. And I'm very, very long time ago, I stopped doing that. Instead, we're looking for the trailblazers that already are motivated and enabling them. And because we are social animals, no. So if we have the trailblazer doing their job and giving them a lot of oxygen, etc., the others will follow, no. Yeah.
So, an advice to the audience on how to get things started, or?
That is the advice, and because there's a big value in people that are, some people like rules, some people like results. Yeah. And the people liking rules and thinking inside of the box, they are super valuable. That they are the ones that are bringing all the companies every day, or countries, that the backbone of countries know. There's no value in judgment in this. But and then you have the other ones who like results, and not only the results for today, but for tomorrow. And they don't mind thinking outside of the box, and they don't even mind breaking those rules. And it's different times you need different kind of people, and there's no value in who is better or not. No, it's different, just a matter of context. And
talking about the results then, do you see any benefits? You said you already have a lot of things in the making. Can you already see tangible results? I have experienced one of your services. I think you know that. Or I ordered a van for this Saturday. Didn't I tell you that?
Okay. No.
On your website. I have some ideas on improvements.
Okay.
Small, no. It worked really well, so I'm sure it's going to show up there on Saturday. But nevertheless, any benefits from a company perspective on already, or are they coming in the future, or what benefits do you see will come? Have you seen them? Are they coming?
Oh, there's many questions.
Yes.
Broad questions, and I don't. Most of what is the coolest stuff has not been launched yet. I can say there's like I said, 53 product innovations right now working, and they're like, some of them will come in 5 years. One will come with. We have some together. We're working with on together. AI insurance for cars. We have fleet intel coming up, etc. Those are in the near future. Some are far away. But I think the coolest that we have right now is that we are the third. It's e-mobility and HPC chargers, of course, battling with Tesla. But the coolest stuff right now is that we are third biggest in Sweden when it comes to wholesale of solar panels. We're very, very strong in becoming strong within the installations of solar panels, and all the infrastructure around it when it comes to insuring it and when financing it, etc. All the barriers to entry for both companies and consumers eventually. And the most interesting things of all, because this business it's not interesting only from a hard point of view when it comes to sustainability, but also from a business point of view. We have the democratization of production of electricity, you know? Everything will be electrified. We know that already. We don't just know when the tipping point will come with all the EV cars, etc. And with EV tolls and with all the things that we got, the goods that will be traveling with the drones, etc. But we do need to have green energy, no? And it's becoming democratized. We had, like before, we had 30 electricity producers, oligopole in Sweden, and we also have work in Denmark. And now we have 150,000 producers of electricity in Sweden that has solar panels. So isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Soon we have 500,000.
Yeah.
And these 30 before, they had a lot of knowledge of how to do this. These 500,000, do they have knowledge? No. So we need to facilitate that, and that we do with energy management systems and electricity as a service that would take care of all the things that you don't want to know. When you have surplus energy, should I put it down in my battery? Should I sell it on the market? Should I do arbitrage about it? Should I tokenize it for later consumption, etc.? That's also something that we're very, very, very strong into. Someone will win that market. I'm not saying we are going to do that, but the one that will be the Elon Musk of energy management system will totally outrule everyone else.
Taking that one step further, not just delivering the products, installing it.
Delivering products is a one-timer.
Managing platform around it as well. And
delivering that's recurring revenue, and that's more interesting from a business perspective. But solar panels, they last for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Yeah. But they're taking care of all the enablement for facilitating for people actually doing this in a viable way. That's one of the biggest markets in the world right now.
Really cool.
Yes.
You mentioned mobility, and we've seen in recent years, e-scooters, e-bikes, e-vehicles. Would be interesting to touch on with your knowledge in the industry. Where are we on that journey? Adoption, benefits. I don't think it will look like the situation in the market will look like it looks like today. It will be totally different. What's your, if you look in the future glass, so to say?
So that's also a broad question and a tricky question.
You can answer however you want.
Yeah, okay. And I'm a data guy, so I go to data there.
Yeah.
And when you're doing prediction models of the future, first the technology of science knows that there's nothing deterministic in any technology. You know, it's like a hammer. With a hammer, you can kill someone, you can build a hospital. So. But when you're looking at all the use cases that you were talking about now within mobility, it's like if you're extrapolating that one, a linear regression on that one, it will be more. It will be EV tools. Why should we use? What should we have problems with all these roads, etc.? Of course, we'll be using the air. And with an AI-based UTM to doing all the logistics of that, all the goods. Why should it be in trains, etc.? It should be in with drones. It already can carry 400 kilos, the biggest ones. And the last mile delivery for that is the most expensive, both from an ecological point of view and from economic point of view. And so that we will do, and we have EV airplanes, we will have spaceships, of course. Elon Musk, we will follow him to whatever planet we want to go. But that's the extrapolation, that's a linear regression. And all you who are statistics or data scientists know that when you do this extrapolation, and when it becomes a standard deviation is going like this, and it's increasing. It's called heteroscedasticity, one of the most complex words within data, heteroscedasticity. Then it's on its way to get something else will happen. Otherwise, it will go down or up. Something totally different will happen. And that's what we're seeing right now within all the EV devices and all the mobility. It's becoming like this. And then you cannot do any linear regression. Then it's the outliers that are more interesting. And one of the outliers is the one that you're talking about. And the other one is us stopping all transportation. That we go on, like I said before, we don't go to the shops, we don't meet here, we meet in our AR glasses instead.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're already on that journey. And why shouldn't that be the future instead? So we stop all this transportation. You move to which you said that you liked, Stefan, that you move to your farmer's land or your countryside and you stay there. And so there will be no mobility of people. So that is at least as likely.
Last question. There's a lot of companies, individuals here working on IoT technology. And it has been part of this journey so far today. But do you see that IoT technology in any way? Is there any firm things that you see this needs to be developed to keep the pace in regards to digitalization, to support your journey that you are on and other companies that you meet? Is there any specific thing in regards to IoT technology as such?
I'm not 100% sure. It's like because it's like M2M is like peer-to-peer. It's like it's not only depending on the capacity, the speed and capacity of the transformation of the transition of data. It's also the nodes.
We heard Carl here talking about C-Bus said we have to have 5G. To do our ferry deployment and
And I love that. I especially love that data not only going out, not going in, and that's good because there's also this security aspect. No, but the thing is that I would more think about for me it's the nodes that they contain stuff that is truly emerging technology. So if you're connecting to machine, those machines need to be on the highest level, and the possibility to have open connection to everything from augmented reality to AI to blockchain.
Yeah.
We have AI for intelligence, we have blockchain for transaction, we have augmented reality for interaction, and these needs to be connected like instant gratification, because we will be sitting here with the next year, or it comes the first Ray-Bans coming now with the AR, and we will be sitting here. We will not be sitting here. We will have somewhere else, no? And we will be sitting there, and if you think I'm boring, you will put a big nose on me, so I'm a little bit more fun. If I forget your name, I can go track you. If I'm on a date, I can go to the girl and see the Instagram and see, oh, she likes cats. We start talking about cats. So all these things will happen, and it needs to be happening super fast. So of course,
perfect. I think that's perfect ending, talking about digitalization. I'm really looking forward to the future IoT talks in a different setting. It was great to have you here on stage. Thanks a lot for that. And now we need to move on agenda. Big applause to Rufus. Thank you.
Thank you.